first part and the second part. That's a better looking shot. Very compact. Didn't try to hit it too hard, just perfect timing. It's just a push away for the boundary.
This is what Liton Das is all about. Look at the timing there. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Effortless. Just the ball races towards the fence. Look at his hand and eye coordination. You don't need anything else.
And when he is in this kind of form, you really do not need to take any kind of chances. You can afford to bide your time. You can have a couple of overs where you can just have a good look at the bowling. Once again, he dances down the wicket. Once again, he managed to induce the inside part of the bat. Now, this is not what he needs to do. I think he's a better batter than what he tried on a couple of occasions. Just a bit of rush of blood in his head and makes him do things you wouldn't normally see Liton Das doing. So he's already got a 4 from a superb shot. Into the last ball, you'd like to finish with a dot like he started. Oh, did it go to hand? It's been stopped. Overdone, 14 without loss.
When cricket comes, OneXBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXBet, one step to success.
বন্ধু জানে বন্ধু টাওয়ার মানে আর জানে এয়ারটেল তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট সব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে এয়ারটেল
প্রিয় দেশবাসী, নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন, এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে। ফ্রিতে দারাজ অ্যাপে।
He's going to just have a look at the last ball of the previous over. I thought it was in the air for a while. Went just very close to that fielder. Oh, better effort, might have had him. Just waited for him to come to the fielder instead of going forward, making an attempt at that catch. Could have made a lot of difference. Another look at that. Couldn't keep it on the ground. Aerial for a while. Oh, well, I'll give the benefit to the fielder there, just dropping in front. It would be very difficult task. Bowler appreciating that effort. Hassan Mahmood, he's been impressive in the recent past too. 34 wickets into his 33rd match of his T20 career. Needs to be a little more economic, just more dot balls, get his economy rate down, replacing Robbie. Nicely done. What do you do? It just waited on that back of leg ball and just angled, used the pace of the bowler. 4 more runs.
It's a classical Liton Das stroke. You don't need to rush through the bowlers if you can play these sort of shots. Just using the pace of the bowler, he knew where the fielders were. Just waited for it and guided towards backward point region. Sensible batting.
That's why I said in the previous over he made 2 attempts to dance down the wicket. He's been using the angle so very nicely. A very supple wrists. Does use his wrists to a wonderful extent, and the timing has been superb so far. Gets inside the line, forces the bowler to go down the leg side. And a wide signal. Pretty close to that leg stump, I thought there.
Liton Das shuffled a bit on the offside initially, then exposing that leg stump. It's a bit tight from a bowler's point of view.
Yeah, if Liton had stood his ground in his usual stance, it would possibly hit his thigh. So, just because he moved inside, it's a little unkind on the bowler. Liton Das will be realizing that the onus will be on him. Shoikat Ali will give that support needed, but it will be up to Liton to keep up with that required run rate, not allow it to go beyond control early on in the innings. Initially 8.85. Well done. Just missed out, I thought, on that occasion.
I think it's important for Shaukat Ali to rotate the strike as well, not just look for those odd boundaries. And probably Liton Das having a chat with him and saying that, yes, you played a good shot, but at the same time, if you can, look for those odd singles, guide through towards that third man region.
And another shimmy down the wicket has got the eye of the bowler. He's trying to bowl it short and wide, but really overcompensating. Playing on the minds of the bowler, the batter here.
It's a good take there by wicketkeeper Nurul Hassan Chauhan. Yes, it was travelling. He manages to cover the line. Very good take there. But from Hassan Mahmood's point of view, he needs to settle down and look at his line and length.
The back of the length is what's needed now. Just gives that little seed of doubt on the batter's mind. He hasn't looked too comfortable, Shaukat Ali. He's tried a few shots. He's managed to upset rhythm of Hassan Mahmood on a couple of occasions with those forays down the wicket. But what you need is to just use the pace that Hassan Mahmood is offering. That's the one. Use the pace, use the angle, and help yourself to a boundary. 25 without loss.
খেলা তো পাল্টাবে সারা দেশে সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি।
When cricket comes, One Xplat is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the One Xplat site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. One Xplat, one step to success.
প্রিয় দেশবাসী, নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন, এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে। দেখবে ফ্রিতে দারাজ অ্যাপে।
Very strong teams participating here. Rangpur Riders, Cumilla Victorians, reigning champions. Going to be change of bowling, Raqibul Hassan. Slow left arm from this Fahani end. What can he produce? An early wicket will do wonders for the Rangpur Riders. It's, setting up the field for him. No position. Hardly see any these days except when there's a pace bowler bowling. And he's watchful. That's what you need to be. A new bowler comes in, you want to find out what he's doing with the ball, what it's doing off the pitch. Liton has that experience to know what needs to be done. Look at the last ball of the previous over. Did that well. Just opened the pace, guided the ball. There's a lot of pace offered and nicely placed past many of the fielders. Apesh and gone. Liton Kumar Dash again trying to force the issue. In the process, perishes. Big wicket, big strike here.
Raqibul strikes in his very first over and he picked up the big wicket of Liton Das. The right-hander tried to make some room yet again but just couldn't connect it. Straightforward catch there at point. Hassan Mahmood made no mistake. It's a big wicket for Rangpur Riders. And the youngsters enjoying his moment. Why not? Picked up the big wicket of Liton Das. He gets back on 10, Cumilla 25 for 1.
In a wealth of experience. Look at those numbers, 7,895 runs. And straight away, he goes for the slog sweep and gets the maximum. Intentions very clear early on from David Malan.
Wow, what a way to get off the mark. Came in, took his time, and bang. It's a meaty shot from David Malan. That was his experience all about. Timed that to perfection. Using that turn, and oh boy, bang.
And he stretched forward, a tall batter. Knew he could get to the pitch of that ball. It was in his arc, and he went right through the shot. And a single to follow up is in the middle. Because I think something that must have been pestering Liton Dash. On a couple of occasions there was a rush of blood, and even here he's trying to innovate. He's backing away, trying to find that gap behind point, but straight away finding the fielder Hassan Mahmood. It does well with the reverse cup. Oh, the ball was going down. Not often you see that. You see the reverse cup when the ball is high up in the air, mostly at the boundary. Overdone, 32 for 1. Showing his intent early on. Skipper will be happy with that prize wicket. Liton Dash. Omar side. Control shot. Nice. Just a little swivel. Put pad on ball. And helped it on its way to the boundary.
David Malan looked to be in very good touch. Again using the pace of the bowler. It was not good ball as well. From Omar Zai, he knew the fine leg fielder was up in the circle. It was offline. All Malan need to do was guide that back past that fielder.
Just cannot afford to err in line, particularly batter of the class of David Malan. And a little bit of shade. That's a good comeback delivery by Omar Zai. Had him switching at that one. Lucky not to have got a touch. Well, you know that there's a tremendous enthusiasm for Bangladesh Premier League here in Dhaka, and the fans have turned out big numbers as we've seen all day. One of the contenders there in the middle is the most enthusiastic BPL fan, and the most enthusiastic fan, we'll come back to that. Tucked away for a single. The most enthusiastic fan gets a signed bat, the player of the match, so something to look forward to. To show enough enthusiasm, and there hasn't been any dearth of it. There's been a lot of it around. Good to see. 37 for 1 in the 5th over. Shaping away, did he get a feather? It was pretty short and pretty high up. He's gone for 4, just got a bit of bat on that one. Been given us buys. No bat. It's just 4 buys rather.
That's beaten everyone. Just shaped away once it got the impact on the surface, and wicketkeeper had no clue whatsoever. The ball went back past his head. He needs to be more careful about giving those extras.
Ball deviating down the leg side with that natural angle. As the swipe was made, he's attempting to just swivel around and put it away behind square on the onside. 8.97 the run rate, still under control, currently going at 8.48. Last ball, see the seam hitting there, just enough of a nip back to hit going down the leg side. Not a very vociferous appeal though, just a polite inquiry. Nicely behind that, compact, solid shot off the back foot to the boundary. 4 more runs to finish over number 5, 45 for 1.
When cricket comes, One Expat is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the One Expat site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. One Expat, one step to success.
32 of 90 balls, very gettable for the Cumilla Victorians, considering that the conditions are pretty challenging for a bowling unit, but still they need to bat well. Rangpur Riders got 176 for 5, but they might still think that they are a good 10-15 runs short. Rasa, who's quickish off spin. Just take a look at the boundary of the last ball. Forcing it off the back foot in the gap, using the pace. Now they need to steady the ship. Not that it's in dangerous waters, but they need a good solid platform. They're going at a decent run rate. HD 8.63 is good. The requirement is around that. So it's about batting deep and having wickets in hand.
The difficulty when you're chasing a total of this size is that you can't really afford to have 2 bad overs, because the required rate's 8.9. You have 2 bad overs as a batting side, and that run rate goes to 12 very quickly, and then it can get out of hand and run away from you.
Oh, well bowled. He's completely done. Now Sikandar Rasa has remodeled his action, as we know. He used to be a very flighty, slowish off spinner. Now he's looking to fire it in a little bit. Tends to hide it down the ground. Tends to bowl quick. Tends to just try and push it through.
There's the seam up. And there was an appeal by the keeper, but the bat just grazes the ground, misses everything.
Oh, that's 4, but how close was it? He was attempting to go over extra cover. There was a bit of improvisation, but how close was it to the fielder? Let's see.
It's just out of reach, isn't it? Because you don't want to give this fella Milan a second opportunity. He's been ranked number 1 in the world in this form of the game. He's now ranked number 6, but England haven't played a lot of T20 cricket of late, so he knows his way around T20 batting.
20 to the man, and back foot point. Is that a catch? He's claiming a catch. David Malan's not sure. He hit really hard. He's standing his ground, I think. The umpires are going to have a word, but the fielders certainly seem to claim a catch. They're celebrating. Let's see.
I wonder what the soft signal's going to be here from the umpire. Not out. So he feels as though it hasn't carried. Now, we saw a little bit of controversy in a test match over in Australia a couple of days ago, where the fielding side in South Africa were dead set that it was out, and it was eventually given not out. Is he okay? So difficult to tell. So difficult to tell. And let's just bear in mind as well that the fielder has no real idea, because there's a moment when the fielder is unsighted. As the ball gets about there, he loses sight of the ball, and so he just feels it go into his hands. He won't know if it's carried, but it'll be very, very difficult for the umpire to overturn this decision. Difficult.
Yeah, the question is, does the third umpire have conclusive evidence? Yeah, let's look at it through the zoomer. Well, they're celebrating, but I'm not sure. The umpire needs to have conclusive evidence because the soft signal says not out. Right. So let's see what the decision is. I think it's out. Well, he's got...
বন্ধুই জানে বন্ধুর টাওয়ার মানে, আর জানে এয়ারটেল। তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট সব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে। এয়ারটেল।
When cricket comes, OneXpert is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXpert site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXpert, one step to success.
পেরিয়ে দূরত্বের সীমানা, জীবনের নতুন সম্ভাবনাগুলো আজ পাড়ি দেয় বহু পথ। আপনার নতুন দারাজ।
Right, they've got the captain, Imrul Case, who's come out. The power play's done and dusted, 51 for 2. Well, at the corresponding stage, the Rangpur Riders, they were crying. They were 64 without loss. Benny Howell, plenty of variety in what he does as a bowler. Should be a wide, I think. He didn't brush the pad, it just went down the leg side. Let's see what the umpire says. Oh no, in fact, it's gone off the bat, is it? Oh no, he's now confirming leg by. Well, another look at the catch. H.D. Ackerman, you're the third umpire.
Well, I'm definitely not the third umpire. Because I think I still maintain that it's a very, very difficult decision to give. We've seen it over the years, how even television struggles to give a conclusive picture when the ball is just getting to the fielder, whether it bounces just before he takes it or he takes it on the full. And for me, the umpire and the soft signal was not out, so there needs to be conclusive evidence. But the third umpire felt there was, and so it is a massive wicket getting rid of David Milan. So a good catch.
Yeah, it was tough. It was really tough. Having said that, I too tend to agree with you. It wasn't conclusive enough. But at the end of the day, it's the third umpire's verdict that prevails. And David Malan had to walk back. But Benny Howell. Now, what Rangpur Riders will try to do is build up dots, try and just push that run rate up a little bit, get it to around 10 or not 10, about 12 or 13.
Come boys!
In the process, if they could snatch a wicket or two, it will make it difficult for the Cumilla Victorians to really mount a challenge. But at the moment, 125 of 81 is not difficult at all in modern T20 cricket. It's very gettable if you've got wickets in hand. Down to fine leg, on the bounce. working the angle. What's good about Howell is that he tends to mix it up. He bowls a seam up. He tends to bowl the knuckle ball. And that was a quick soft break, rolling his fingers. So plenty of variety there. That's the experience.
Hasan.
Did he attack the ball enough? Feel that leg. Just waited for it, took it on the bounce. Shoykot and strike. 14 of 16. 1 of 3 for Case. Again, you could see that ball didn't arrive. For a moment, I think it would have possibly dipped a bit on the batter because he was going for a really big hoik over long on. Just didn't arrive. Benny Howell can be so good in that sense of the word. Can come in and bowl a few dot balls, gets through his overs quickly. Last ball of the over. Oh, lucky. Very lucky. Went over leading edge. Excellent over. Just 3 runs off it. 54 for 2.
When cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.
খেলা তো পাল্টাবেই। সারা দেশে সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি।
Asking for a stumping down the leg side, but that was a clear wide. Again, we talk of little passages of play in a game. Now, this is an important passage as far as Rangpur is concerned. That's a wide, no doubt, but they're building up pressure with dots. There were passages when Rangpur were batting where Cumilla came back strongly. At the moment, just 41 runs. Of the last 30 balls.
Yeah, good call. Drew for a single. At this stage, Rangpur was 73 without loss, but that was courtesy of a wonderful innings from Ronnie. So it was at this point where the Victorians started to make their fight back. So let's not be fooled by the 56 for 2 that they find themselves at the moment. They're still under 10 to the over, but it's going to require an innings from someone within this top 5.
The question is, who is that someone? Now, there's Imrul Case, who's very experienced. Shoykot is, of course, he's taken his time. 16 of 20. Jaka, they got Nabi. Push through quicker. Yorker. And feet went nowhere. Head up. And pays the price.
Well, Shoykot's taken his time to get in. He's faced 21 deliveries for his 16. And when you face that many deliveries, you're almost saying to your team that I'm going to bat the whole way through and I'm going to be the anchor. When you get dismissed like this, you drop your team in trouble. And he has been dismissed. A good delivery by Raza sees the end of the valley for 16. It's 57 for 3.
পেরিয়ে দূরত্বের সীমানা, জীবনের নতুন সম্ভাবনাগুলো আজ পাড়ি দেয় বহু পথ। আপনার নতুন দারাজ।
All right, Mossadegh is the new player. Mossadegh Hussain, 27 years of age. Quite experienced. Good strike rate, best of 60. Well, Sikandar Raza had mixed it up. That was seam up. Look at that feet of Ali. Went nowhere. Just looked to play that shot from the crease. No stride. Didn't really look to lean himself. He was wait a little bit on the back foot. Just brushing the pad.
I think Shurkat just felt the pressure. I think he was looking at the balls that he had faced, the runs that he had scored, and thought something's got to give here. I need to play a shot. And as you rightly point out, it was barely a shot. There was no foot movement whatsoever. He just swung at the ball, and Raza had his number.
This ball of the over, it's been a good one. Just 4 off it. They'll be happy conceding singles at this stage. The Rangpur Riders, 59 for 3, 8 completed.
When cricket comes, OneXBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXBet, one step to success.
মিমি বন্ধুই জানে বন্ধুর চাওয়ার মানে আর জানে এয়ারটেল, তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট সব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে। এয়ারটেল।
Other 18 of 72 balls. That's more the equation, more than runs per over. You compare balls versus runs. And that's where you tend to look at the possibilities. But if you really look at runs per over, it's still under 10 runs and over, which is very gettable in the modern T20 game. Benny Howell continues with his variety. At the moment, singles only. Blended with a few dot balls. So far in 8 overs and 1 ball, Cumilla has played 28 dot balls. Now Rangpur Riders have played just 37 dot balls in their entire innings. It tells you a story. And the reason why they got to 176 for 5, 28 dot balls of 49 deliveries, more than 50% have been dot balls in this inning.
No, boy, good boy, good boy.
In pace of the ball. So they're into the 9th over. They're 60 for 3. They need 117 more. So assuming they get to about 80 at the halfway stage, we're looking at what? We're looking at under 100 runs and over in the last 10 with wickets in hand.
Just can't see how they're going to get to 80 at the halfway stage. It's 20 runs and 10 balls.
No, boy, great Benny, great Benny.
It's not a prediction. It was only an assumption.
Yeah, well, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, how that run rate can T20 can so quickly get out of control, and that's the importance of keep that scoreboard ticking over. In that new batters getting in, have got to get in by still scoring. Not necessarily get the ball out the ground, but you still got to score.
Just sliding down the leg side that time. Just again, you could see that Benny Howell is mixing it up so much. The ball really hardly arrived at the batter. He was looking to work it away on the onside. And the other thing about the likes of Howell is that they get through their overs so quickly. And when they're in good bowling rhythm, sometimes you just bowl your 2, 3 or 4 overs and the batters don't really realize what's going on. And suddenly you look up at the scoreboard and you'll see that you consumed a fair bit of overs for very little. So far, he's just conceded 3. In fact, they'll be
Okay.
4 with that leg by.
এত লাইনে দাঁড়াইছো একটু উপরে থাকো অনেক বড় বাউন্ডারি
But this is exactly what the Rangpur Riders need in the likes of Benny Howell. To his second over, he's bowled 7 dots, which is brilliant. Not in control, but it's going to fall short of long on. Right, so 5 of the over, it's 64 for 3, and should be a strategic timeout.
খেলা তো পাল্টাবেই। সারা দেশের সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি। প্রিয় দেশবাসী, নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন, এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে। ফ্রিতে দারাজ অ্যাপে। খেলা তো পাল্টাবেই। সারা দেশের সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি।
When cricket comes, OneXpert is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXpert site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXpert, one step to success.
বন্ধুই জানে বন্ধুর টাওয়ার মানে, আর জানে এয়ারটেল। তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট সব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে। এয়ারটেল।
যখন তখন ইচ্ছে মতন পৌঁছে যাবে খেলার মাঠে। নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন, একদম ফ্রিতে দেখতে পাবে শুধু দারাজ অ্যাপে। উৎসবে মেতেছে অফিস ব্রেকে হাতে ঘাটে প্রেম পিড়িতে টানে লোকাল বাসে চলতি পথে স্ট্রিমিং ফ্রিতে বাসর রাতে বউয়ের হাতে রান্না ঘরে বাধা বাটে বিপিএল এবার হাতে হাতে একদম ফ্রিতে হাতে হাতে প্রিয় দেশবাসী, নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন, এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে। দারাজ অ্যাপে।
From 11 overs. So that required right now above 10, and their big gun, David Milan, is gone. Out for 17 of just 9 deliveries. It's going to be Secunda Raza who's going to continue with his off breaks.
Into his third over. Just 2 for 10. He's bowled 6 dots. But interestingly, at the Mirpur Stadium, when you look at the stats, it's 61% strike rate for the team chasing. So that could be the reason why the captains are sometimes tempted to insert teams to bat first. A very, very respectable bowling figure so far for the Rangpur Riders. Sadek has got off the mark. He's faced 4 deliveries. Yeah, you said about getting to 80 at the end of 10. That seems to be a really hard task because at the moment, both batters are just looking to settle in rather than take on the bowling. It's about consolidation. Maybe 70-72, which means we're looking at a little over 100 in the second half of the innings, which is still very possible if they decide to bat deep. Oh, through the keeper's legs. push through a little bit quicker. He's done that very well. Sikandar Rasa, he's disguised the release and he's bowled a few Yorkers, and that was another one that beat everything.
He bowls it quickly. The old seam up and the keeper just stands up. As the old soccer players will say, that's a nutmeg. And away for 4 bars.
That was a seriously tough one for a keeper standing up. That was awkward. Keepers generally look to stand with the bounce, and that one was pitched up and just couldn't get his body behind it. Keepers at best would hope to have their body behind it, but it just crept through. That's what they need. 106 of 62 balls.
Two. Get him out, sent back. Wise decision. Good bit of fielding. You look at that required rate and you see 10.3. Wants to. Think about it, but no. The question I would always ask as a batter is, would you be prepared to chase that off the last over? 10 off the last over. Wide? No, no wide call. Batter horrified. End of the 10th. 72 for 3.
When cricket comes, OneXBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXBet, one step to success.
পেরিয়ে দূরত্বের সীমানা, জীবনের নতুন সম্ভাবনাগুলো আজ পাড়ি দেয় বহু পথ। আপনার নতুন দারাজ।
আর ফেসবুকে দিলে আলাদা বলতে যে পেজটা করে দিবেন নিলে আচ্ছা দিয়ে যাবে অ্যাকাউন্টে যাবে আইডি দিয়ে যাবে
That's the comparison after 10 overs. 91 for 1 Rangpur Riders. Cumilla lagging behind at the moment. There's the deviation down the leg side, possibly off the pads. Not quite sure if there was a bit of bat in it. Wait and see if there's a signal from the umpire. There it is, confirmation, it's off the toes. But 4 runs nevertheless, which was good for Cumilla's cause.
Okay, close the case.
They need some big overs here, Cumilla Victorians, because the required run rate is now above 10 runs in an over. Sliding down the leg side, bit of a pad, and lucky for Cumilla Victorian that's gone past that fielder for a boundary.
Again deviation, this time there's a bit of bat, but that fielder anticipating something is pretty fine at fine leg. Rabiul did well. Come across and stop the batsman from getting more than a run. There seemed to be a purpose in the way Hall is bowling at the moment, and the fielders seem to know what its tactics are. It's going to be a tough ask for Mossadegh Hussain and Imrul Qais. Now, as you mentioned, 10.34 the required run rate. Got to take a few risks, try to innovate, try to improvise. Short and just opened that, a despairing dive, but a good looking shot that, driving it square of the wicket.
The boundaries are coming. That is a cracking shot off the back foot. One of his favorite shots when he is in song. When he needs to deliver the goods, he is the captain, he leads from the front.
Well, the most enthusiastic fan of the match, of course, gets a signed bat from the player of the match, the guy on the left there. There's tremendous enthusiasm for the BPL here. It's good to see all the support that's been shown here. The amount of people who have turned up for the very first day. It is a Friday, but it started off with a good attendance in the middle. lesser traffic this time of night, particularly being a holiday. The outskirts of Dhaka, the Mirpur area. Short appeal, not very convincing.
Well bowled. It has turning out to be an expensive over, a 10 in that over, but there was a bit of a shape on that delivery from Benny Hall. Nicely taken behind stumps by the skipper.
Mossadegh swivels round, pulls it straight to the fielder. Just the single to finish over number 11, 83 for 3.
When cricket comes, OneXBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXBet, one step to success.
In addition to being quite economical, Sikandar Raza has also managed to take 2 important wickets. Still got it over in hand. He used during the death overs another deviation down the leg side. Simple enough to put it away. I just feel that on that occasion would have done to hit more powerfully and appeal for a run out, but I think the batter is
Very, very, very.
Important for Cumilla Victorians to realize that this is the last over from Sikandar Raza. So he's going to finish off his spell. Yes, the other bowler to keep an eye on will be Benny Hall, because he's been the most economical. He's gone less than 5 runs and over. What they need to understand is how do they fill up for the rest of the bowlers. The top 4 are the expensive ones, and they need to take full advantage when they come into the attack. So don't lose any wickets in this over, and make sure that you play the last over if Benny Howell does come into the attack straight away. Now that was flicked away from Mossadegh Hussain. They'll have another look whether it was a close one. Looked like he was pretty safe when he walked in. Now what's happening here? Or short run? Ooh, touch and go, touch and go. The bat needs to go and go back. All right, that on that frame, it looks like he might have just crossed the white line.
It's worth a look, of course, to make sure. 1 run might come in and play a major factor. And it's been given his run, so he's pretty happy, relaxed. Look on Mossadegh's face, smiles all around. And Virama just said I needed to have a look, so you've got to they all sat down for a while taking a little bit of a rest. But we are running short. It has not been a fast game in terms of time. Already past 10 in the evening, still almost 9 overs to go. Mossadegh on strike. Clever bowling of Sikandar Raza. Just that new action that it's not that new, he's been doing it for a couple of years, and he hides the ball behind. A la Sunil Narain, who also does, when he comes into bowl, is hold the ball behind him, not to give a sighter. There you see. Not quite ready, not getting the grip, giving that vigorous rub with his jersey. Guess what I'm coming up with? Uppish, but safe enough.
The quiet runner just getting close to 11, not in over. He has faced 12 deliveries for Mossadegh Hussain, and he hasn't picked up a boundary yet.
There are open spaces. Have to wait and see whether he can pick one here. Tucked away for a single. I think they realize the fact that this is Sikandar Roza's last over, so they're not going to take any unnecessary risk in this over.
That's definitely a wise option. You don't want to lose a wicket when you're building up this partnership, which is worth 31 now. Very crucial runs. So they can skip a Kayas. Oh, just went back and tried to hit it away inside out. Didn't get a touch.
Well, the idea was good because if you look at the offside field, there is a man at long off and then there's another fielder at deep point. So he was going over the top of the covers, making room, exposing the stumps and then missing it.
This time deviating down the leg side allows the batter to maybe put a little bit of bat on it. Wait and see if it's been given as wides or is it got a bit of bat. Leg by signal to finish over number 12. 92 for 3.
খেলা তো পাল্টাবে সারা দেশে সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি
When cricket comes, OneXpert is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXpert site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXpert, one step to success.
প্রিয় দেশবাসী নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে দেখবে ফ্রিতে দারাজ অ্যাপে
Bit up and down in the recent past. You need some big overs to finish off. Required run rate 10.6 to 85 or 48 to be more precise. Hassan Mahmood now. Is he the weak link we're talking about? Went for 11 in the first over. Good ball, just the back of length doesn't allow the batter the chance to free his arms, cramping him for space, forcing the defensive shot.
Both the batters will be eyeing where they can pick up boundaries. Left-hander now on strike, Imrul Kai, so he'll be eyeing the onside because if you look at the fielder and find like he's inside the circle, there is deep square leg and a deep mid wicket and a long on, so nobody apart from the short fine protecting the single. Goes on the offside and he picks up a boundary. That is a terrific shot.
Really brilliant shot. Imrul Kai is backing away. The inside out shot, not the easiest to play with a pacer bowling. Look how he just waits and finds that gap and wide open spaces on that area. Very, very well negotiated. Just backs away, gives him that space to free his arms and punks it away. Lovely shot. Smiles out. Supporters of Cumilla Victorians. And now he swivels round. It's the other way, not really getting a hold of it, not timing it properly.
Yeah, if they can manage to pick up a boundary in each over from here on, then game on, because it can turn out to be a big over. 6 already in this over from the first 3 deliveries. Imrul Kais has picked up 3 boundaries. It's important that Musaddiq Hussain gets his act together.
Won't be too long, I suspect, with Musaddiq Hussain going for a big shot. Will be under a bit of pressure, 9 of 15 balls. Unlike Musaddiq, who likes to play attacking strokes, doesn't like to get bogged down. Sure, he's telling his captain, look, I'm ready to go, but I'm just making sure I pick the right balls. That's what they're talking about in the middle. Do not throw away your wicket with shots that are uncalled for. Be sensible with your approach. Still manageable, 10.77. Good ball. What about that Yorker?
The change of field. Long off has come inside the circle. He's at mid-off, so he'll be eyeing to the length and the line is somewhere around the off stump. He tried to hit it over the top, but what a terrific Yorker this is from the young man, Hassan Mahmood. Bang on target. No room whatsoever. That is a great delivery.
Gives him the charge. That was on the cards. Got the inside part of the bat. Scrambled through for a single to finish over number 13. 99 for 3.
বন্ধু জানে বন্ধু টাওয়ার মানে আর জানে এয়ারটেল, তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট সব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে। এয়ারটেল।
এবার হাতে হাতে প্রিয় দেশবাসী, নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন, এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে।
17 runs behind Rangpur at the same time. But tell you what, last 5 overs didn't produce too many runs for Rangpur. So if they go at this rate, it should be a gettable target for Cumilla Victorians. That's what the supporters will be hoping for. Rabiul also gone for 9 in his first over, being brought back after a long gap. Gives him the charge, misses it altogether.
Not easy, not easy. It's getting difficult. Decides to go down the wicket but doesn't get close to the ball. Swing and a miss.
You can see Musataq Hussain getting frustrated. 18 deliveries he's faced, not a boundary yet. And he's just needs to clear up those spikes that gathering the earth, which is moist now with the dew on them. Not out. Something's got to give here. There he goes, drags it, and he's done well. What about that? I thought that was going to go past the fielder there. Good effort in the deep.
Excellent, excellent work, and you know who else but Sikandar Raza. We saw him bowling some good overs, but a terrific work in the deep to ensure that he pulls it back. Have a look at this. No problem. Too easy for him. And the 100 comes up for Cumilla Victorians.
It's that kind of effort in the field that lifts the spirit of bowlers. That gets the tad low. He's appealed vociferously. No interest shown by Tanvir Ahmed. I think he thought about taking the review. Maybe decided it wouldn't be a wise option eventually. Or has he? He has eventually. They've gone up.
Well, he is the skipper and he is the wicket keeper, and he reckons that there is some part of the bat on the ball. He's 100% sure. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, no problems with that. Well inside. Look at this. Well, I didn't hear anything up here. He thought he heard something immediately going up. I don't feel there's enough of a sound. I heard hardly any. And even the batter saying, why did you go and appeal for that? But you can understand that, like a wicket here, third umpire having a listen whether there was a little bit of a nick, a little bit of a feather. Going to try and put the zoomer on that and see if this is close to the bat or even touched it. Here's the zoomer.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see whether the ball changes direction. Make up your mind, viewers, back home.
One.
I think he just got a bit excited there, Nur Hassan. The They're still in control of the match, don't forget that. 176 on the board when they batted Rangpur Riders. From here on, Cumilla needs another 76 runs in 39 deliveries.
Interesting when that review was taken. Initially, he thought of taking the review, then said, no, he's not going to take it. And then finally someone else convinced him it should be taken. Just have a look at this. So this is what transpired. Immediately appeals, thinks about that review. He does take it. Then he says, I'm going to change my mind. Then eventually does take it. It does not go his way. What could have gone his way was the ball getting an inside edge onto the stumps there of the last ball. One review left for the fielding team now.
Now this is turning out to be a very good over. 3 dots and a couple of runs. He needs to do something special. He needs to find a boundary. Musaddiq Hussain. It's a short one, still not the timing. There is a man in the deep, so it'll only be a single. What an over this is turning out to be now. For the very first time, the required run rate goes above 12 and they're still dancing in the stands.
Well, you can always hope. You always support your team till the last ball. You keep on hoping. Couple of big strikes change the course of the game. Still ample opportunity, lots of time, enough wickets in hand. 2 batters, particularly Imrul Kais, who is going steady. Swivels round, there you go, Imrul Kais into the act, waits for that shortish ball, swivels round and puts it away to the boundary. 106 for 3.
এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে ফ্রিতে দারাজ অ্যাপে।
Second match of the BPL. This edition gives him the charge once again. He's done that often enough, Musaddiq, but has not been able to get the meaty part of the bat and get a big shot in yet.
50 partnership with that single. That's the last ball of that last over. It was a pick-up shot. He knew exactly where the fielders were. Scooped in. And he picks up a well-deserved boundary. They have 2 very good batters still in the dugout for Cumilla Victorians. Mohammad Nabi, who has a strike rate of 130 plus. 137 to be exact. Shot. Has he got enough on the bat? No, just drops in front of the fielder. And there's also Khushbil Shah, who also has a strike rate of 130 plus. I'm just wondering whether one of them could have come and batted with Imrul Kais instead of Musaddiq Hussain.
Normally you'd expect Musaddiq to be scoring at a better rate. It's unusual to see him not scoring a boundary in the 23 balls he's faced. Just a strike rate of 60, very unlike Musaddiq. Trying to make amends. Even there, streaky looking shot, direct hit. He might just be saying he's just ambling across in confidence.
How was that?
It's gone up. Have a look. Always good to have a look with technology available. Have a look at it. Square on, give you an idea. There he's just sliding his bat in. Plonks it on the ground now, just in time. It was over the line, but he hadn't actually sliding it along the ground, which can be dangerous. So that's safe eventually.
Well, that one has gone for the maximum. They're kicking on. Boundary in the previous over. Now they have managed to pick up the maximum. 3 singles of the first 3 deliveries, and then there's it's a short delivery, and he's put that away quite nicely in the end. It's a flat 6.
He's looking quite dangerous now. He's getting the ball in the right parts of the bat, in the right areas in the field, and over the top too. Just needs that support from Musaddiq now.
Yeah, with that now he goes and has gone past 2,000 runs in BPL for Imrul Qais. 4th player. 2,000 runs in BPL for Imrul Qais. 4th player to do so after Tamim Mushfiqur and Mahmudullah. There must be some sort of damage to the ball. That's why the umpires are having a closer look. Bit of a discussion, but it is turning out to be a very good innings, a good partnership, 58 of 42. The bulk coming from the bat of Imrul Qais.
No change of the ball. The umpire's pretty happy that it is playable enough. They want to carry on. The momentum. Qais will be not wanting a pause in play for a change of balls. He's just gone onto that lovely rhythm. 4 boundaries, 1 over boundary, looking dangerous. His coach will be a little pensive still. There he goes. Now might be going to hand, and it has. Just not really timing and getting a little carried away with that shot, scooping it up, and a good catch taken in the deep.
Yeah, the problem was the runs were not coming from the other end. Imrul Qais was doing his part. 35 of 23 within the strike rate of 152, and he was looking to hit it out of the ground. This time not timing it, and knew he was in trouble the moment he played that shot. Really good catch in the deep by Benihal, judging it to perfection. The partnership broken, the skipper goes. Cumilla Victoria loses the 4th. Imrul Qais gone for 35. It's 115 for 4.
পেরিয়ে দূরত্বের সীমানা, জীবনের নতুন সম্ভাবনাগুলো আজ পাড়ি দেয় বহু পথ। আপনার নতুন দারাজ।
An important cog in the wheel for the Cumilla team. His strike rate, he hasn't got too much time. Just 1 over and 5 after this. So he'll have to really go at it right from the word go. Better for the Cumilla Victorians. Over 5,000 runs. His T20 career. His 303rd innings. Brings in that wealth of experience. Omar Zai has done well to eke out a wicket. Nicely played. That's delectable looking shot to get him off the mark and finish the 15th over. It's 119 for 4.
When cricket comes, OneXBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXBet, one step to success.
খেলা তো পাল্টাবেই। সারা দেশে সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি। পেরিয়ে দূরত্বের সীমানা, জীবনের নতুন সম্ভাবনাগুলো আজ পাড়ি দেয় বহু পথ। আপনার নতুন দারাজ।
Required from 30 deliveries. This is game on here, especially with Mohammad Nabi just walking to the wicket, the experience that he has, the power hitting game that he has. And he started his innings with an incredible extra cover drive that went for 4 first ball. There's been a lot of talk around this ball in the last couple of couple of overs. The fielding side, led by Shoaib Malik, have been handing that ball to the umpires regularly, asking them to just check if it hasn't gone out of shape. And you wonder, Mazza, whether it's more to do with the fact that it's got wet to the point where it's becoming very difficult for the bowlers, and Shoaib Malik is showing all his experience by trying to get it changed.
Definitely, it's always difficult for the bowlers to beat the ball when it's wet. The wicket of the previous ball, Imrul Kais looking to cut loose. He had to go for it. And it was a very good catch by Benny Howell, running across. Kais disappointed, and why not?
Played well, the captain. Played well. Right, Benny Howell now back into the attack from this Tahani end with his number of variations. Keeper standing up. Gone. That's brilliant work. Brilliant work.
It's a very good ball as well, if you have noticed. HD, it was a cutter going away from the right-hander. Just couldn't control himself, Mosaddeq Hossain. Now the question is whether his foot go off the line or not. Well, the front foot looks okay. Important is, did Mosaddeq drag his feet out of the line? Yes, he seems out of the line, and yeah, looks on the line. HD, what do you reckon?
Brilliant bit of keeping. Quite brilliant bit of keeping. Unsighted for a period of time, but he just dragged his foot, Mosaddeq. It's an innings that he's struggled in. He only got 15, but it's off 25 deliveries. He's gone. The Victorians are 119 for 5. And at 119 for 5, we've got just one timeout remaining. And it looks as though it's going to get taken now. It is.
এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে। দেখবে ফ্রিতে দারাজ অ্যাপে। খেলা তো পাল্টাবেই, সারা দেশে সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি।
When cricket comes, OneXBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXBet, one step to success.
বন্ধুই জানে বন্ধুর টাওয়ার মানে, আর জানে এয়ারটেল। তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট সব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে। এয়ারটেল।
যখন তখন ইচ্ছে মতন পৌঁছে যাবে খেলার মাঠে। নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন, একদম ফ্রিতে দেখতে পাবে শুধু দারাজ অ্যাপে। উৎসবে মেতেছে ক্লাসের ফাঁকে অফিস ব্রেকে হাতে খাটে প্রেম পিড়িতে টানে লোকাল বাসে চলতি পথে স্ট্রিমিং ফ্রিতে বাসর রাতে বউয়ের হাতে রান্না ঘরে বাদাওয়াতে বিপিএল এবার হাতে হাতে একদম ফ্রিতে। প্রিয় দেশবাসী, নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন, এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে। দারাজ
joins Mohammed Nabi with work to be done. Nabi on strike. This was some wonderful work by the captain.
One leg, yeah.
Swift hand behind the stumps, Noor Hassan Chauhan making no mistake there. It was a crucial wicket as well for Rangpur Riders' point of view. Mosaddek Hossain trying to cut loose. They needed that wicket to break that momentum.
Just be one.
Naim upore, Naim upore.
Strike. He's the match winner. Mohammed Nabi has to play well. Kushal Shah still to come with a very impressive strike rate of 130, but feel that Mohammed Nabi is the
Quick, boys,
he
quick,
is the
boys.
জাকির
নাইম সামনে থাকিস, নাইম।
দুইজন আছে লাইনে
Oh,
nudge down the ground. That's his job. Jakarani's job is to get Mohammed Nabi on strike. His career strike rate is a little over 110. I think it's around about 115, 116. But Nabi's the power hitter. And Kushal Shah, who will walk in next, he can also hit it to all parts of the ground. Third man up, backward point, fine leg, extra cover. Those are the four men inside the 30-yard circle. He's a canny bowler, this fella, how he just mixes and matches. There's off-cutters, there's knuckle balls, he barely bowls the same delivery twice in a row.
Hassan.
Cumilla needed 54 of 25 balls. Required run rate gone up to 12.96. It's been a very good over so far by Benny Howard, getting away 4 runs,
Okay.
taking the pace off the ball,
সামনে, সামনে,
making
সামনে।
things difficult for the batters. Who's willing to go after now?
Samir.
Sent back.
Yes.
Nabi wants the strike. End of the 16th. 1, 2, 3 for 5.
এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে। দেখবি ফ্রিতে দারাজ অ্যাপে।
Robbie's got 2 overs left. Nabi's on strike. 4 men inside the 30-yard circle and they're all hugging it. Their heels touching the line. No one in saving one. Is it up? Is it up? It's an edge. It is. It is. Huge wicket. Huge wicket.
A very good captaincy as well from Noor Hassan Chauhan, tempting the batsman, go after, kept the fine leg and third man up in the circle and asked the bowler to bowl a lot fuller. And Nabi's eyes lit up when he saw that ball, went after it. Just misses it completely, giving that thickish outside edge to the wicketkeeper. They are struggling on 1, 2, 3 for 6. Mohammed Nabi departs for 5.
When cricket comes, OneXBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXBet, one step to success.
প্রিয় দেশবাসী, no stress, no tension. এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে।
this the last hope for the current champions, the reigning champions, Cumilla Victorians? This was a big, big wicket. Mohammad Nabi, such a powerful striker of the ball. They term him the finisher. Well, he hasn't been able to finish it here this evening. Undone by Robiel. If he hits this trouble, brilliant. Brilliant in the field. Almost deserved the run out, but he didn't hit.
Sikandar Raza there, the fielder. He had one stump to aim for. And it was straight to him, but look at him. He's so quick. Throw was not up to the mark there. Very good fielding in the end.
All-round cricketer, Raza. That ball in the field. Swing and a miss. Run rate climbs again, touching 16 to the over. Well, it's normally at about this time where we make the horrible prediction and say, well, that's too many, and then the ball disappears out the ground once and twice, and then the game's back on. So we're not going to make those predictions. Jakir Ali is a talented young man. Crystal Shah has done it at the highest level. Strike rate of 133. Struck firmly down the ground. Worked for long on. Too much. There's the boundary.
It's a powerful shot from Jakir Ali. It was a full toss though, but still he had to put that away. And he picked up the right spot down the ground. Scored 200 in the recent first-class competition. Definitely can bat.
Very seldom is there someone there. Right behind the umpire. They've got a couple of hundreds, but it's all about strike rate now for this young man. Another good over. A good over. A wicket and just 5 from it. 128 for 6. When cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.